Hello, I'm going to take you through how to set up the PMD 660 for the correct settings for our interview. So what I'm going to do is have you turn it on. Let's just switch over here. It will boot up. Now, what I'll have you do is do it in settings that would be best for my audio. So if you could go to the menu button, it's not that hard to navigate around. So we're just going to mess with whichever presets. You have three choices. I'm going to mess with preset 1. So these buttons will help you navigate, and this is the enter button. So first off is input, enter, and right now it's on the internal microphone. That's not what we want. Internal microphone is just the microphones that are built into the unit itself. We want to use an external mic, so we're going to cycle until we see it, and it is actually mic. Hit enter, then we can move on to output. We are going to go with SPHP. That's output. Date and time, you can probably skip, it's not that important. Record format. I'm going to have you cycle over until you get to PCM 48K. Hit enter. Record channel. I'm going to do it in mono. Pre-record. I don't know, I just turned it off. Manual track. Let's have that be on. AutoTrk. It's a nice little feature that breaks your tracks up. I don't think it's really that necessary for us. So I'm going to cycle until we get to off. Moving on to auto mark, that's off. SilentSkip, let's keep that off. Level, I don't know what that means, but ALC is automatic level control. I'm gonna actually have you do manual, and what that is the volume at which the recording is happening. You can actually adjust it manually through this dial. We'll talk about that later. So that's manual. Meter mode. I guess normal sounds good. Mic attenuation. Let's make sure it's at 0. The options are around it, but let's make sure it's at 0. AutoPowOff. I'm going to turn that off. And battery, depending on what you have. In this one, I put in some rechargeable ones. And that's not that important. It just tells the machine how best to monitor how much is left. Beep. I'll turn it off. And this is where you can name your different files. We'll just leave it as is. And don't want to do default. And it looks like we're good to go, so I'm going to hit, oh, this is tricky. Which do I hit? I think it's stop. Or no, actually, no, do not hit stop. It's menu button again. And then it saves our setting. And then it should be all set to go. One last thing I'm going to have you do. There's a switch on the back that shows, once it gets back in focus, Phantom plus 48V. I'm going to have you switch that on because the microphone that you have requires phantom power, and this little unit will provide it. That's it for this. Next video will be how to set yourself up for the interview. Thank you.